Thank you for tuning in. This is DJ Bob Fresh from SEGASHIRO.com, the hardcore Sega resource, and today we're bringing you a video review of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Launched on the Xbox 360, the PS3, and the Nintendo Wii, Sumo Digital has gone the extra mile to make sure all three of these versions are pretty consistent. Obviously, the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions get the upgrading graphics. However, the Wii version has motion controls and Mii support. The Xbox 360 version gets an extra character in Banjo-Kazooie, as well as avatar support. PS3 version gets motion controls, however no extra bonuses. This footage is kept from the PS3 version. I wanted a purely Sega experience, and wow, it's a fantastic, fun kart racer. Sega and Sumo Digital have really filled a niche on the PS3 and Xbox 360, as there's no real other kart racer that's worth its salt on these systems. This kind of brings that kind of familiarity, that kind of genre gameplay onto the high-def systems, and it does it stunningly. The graphics are beautiful, the characters are very well animated. Furthermore, Sumo Digital pulls from the previous experience with working with Sega racing titles, most notably from Outrun HD, and brings that drifting boost quality of those titles into this game. There's a certain quality that Sega games need sometimes, and that's sort of this blue skies happy feeling, and Sumo Digital has nailed it with this title. Now, Sumo Digital has made a few decisions here that might seem a little odd at first. However, once you get a handle on the controls, which are very intuitive, by the way, are almost interesting, and they've kind of sleeked out the kart racing design. There's no brake button in Sega All-Stars Racing. It's just go, go, go all the time, and it's just about boosting and going kicky fast. Yes, you heard me, kicky fast. Sumo Digital really nailed the controls of this part. Nobody breaks in kart racing games anyways, and in this one, what you're doing is it's all about drifting, feathering the gas to get around corners in as tight as possible. While drifting, you're building up your boost meter, and then you can launch forward in a boost. If you're going fast enough in a boost, you can actually knock out other racers in front of you. It's really quite intuitive. You really need to get a handle on the system once you start playing in higher difficulty levels. I've heard a few complaints about gamers saying, oh, the game gets really hard after the easy kind of setting once you get to advanced and expert, and I think it's really because they haven't explored the incredibly intuitive and incredibly elegant system that Sumo Digital has put in place. Just another point about controls, the controls feel excellent for how you have to use them, both on the 360 and the PS3. I liked it a little bit better on the PS3 when it came to the demos. Another factor is I've tried the 6-axis controls, and it just doesn't feel as tight. It doesn't mean you can't win using the motion controls. However, I found the analog stick support just to be nigh perfect, so there's no reason, at least for me, to go over to the other side. If you're watching the screens above, you'll notice that there are several different gameplay styles in Sega All-Stars Racing. There's a mission mode with a selection of mini-games, and they just make you play the game in slightly different ways. As you can see right now, I'm doing a rival race with Sonic. Previously, there were missions where you have to drop bombs on characters, there's battle modes, and it's all fun, and there's 64 of those, so there's quite a lot of game there. The front-end presentation is pretty top-notch. It's very easy to find the things that you want to tweak, like you can turn the commentator on or off depending on your preference. You can go into the controls. There's a ton of different things that you can change to tweak this game to make it feel right for you. And that's, of course, very nice, especially when this game is made for a variety of age ranges. Furthermore, Sega has wisely included bios for all the characters. There's a lot of players that are going to play this game that aren't going to be the biggest Sega fans, and they'll want to know. There's lots and lots to unlock in this game, from tracks for single-player mode to music tracks that you can listen to. Some classics are here, like Supersonic Racing, and there's even an achievement tied to listening to all the tracks. Furthermore, you can actually listen to all the songs after you buy them, and another cool feature is you can track your entire progress through the game. Find out how many hits you've landed, all little kind of details like that. Of course, another stellar aspect of this game is the multiplayer. There is split-screen local multiplayer, and that's always fun. Always fun to be playing with people in the same room. But there's also online multiplayer, full set of options for you to play with friends or just play with anyone. On terms of graphics, this game is pretty fantastic. You're doing loop-to-loops. The sensation of speed is fantastic. Occasionally, on certain specific levels, there is minor slowdown. Doesn't affect gameplay, however it's still there, and is something that fans would love to see addressed in eventual sequels. Yes, I want there to be sequels, and I'm sure many Sega fans after playing this will want there to be as well. But before we get there, let's hope we get some great characters in DLC. Sega All-Stars Racing is a fantastically fun title. I've already put 10 hours into this beast, and I'm going to be playing it probably for the rest of the year. It does pull things from that other kart racing game that I won't mention. However, it meshes them in nicely and yet still keeps a classic Sega feel the entire time. If you're a core Sega fan, this is a must-buy. If you have an Xbox 360 or PS3, definitely worth checking out.